as the wind blows on this particular day, as it pertains to coming up on this 4th of July and all that is happening in the country called America. The talks of the Freeman Memorial Emancipation Monument, which was unveiled April 1876, Washington, D.C., that stands today in the middle of Lincoln Park. Thomas Ball, the sculptor. From the book, Fredrick Douglass, Prophet of Freedom, David W. Blight, shared with me by a good friend, Redmond Barnes, this book. The remarkable monument, the Freeman's Memorial, the statue as it became to be known, was many years in the making, the result of various designs and changes in purpose and meaning. In Whitman's lengthy remarks, he told of Ball's labor of love, his tribute to the American patriotism, although the gratitude of the free people, through the gratitude of the free people. In a triumphal narrative, Whitman described how Ball sent forth photographs of his original model of a standing Lincoln and a kneeling slave to the Sanitary Commission, which in turn sent him a photograph of a former fugitive slave named Archer Alexander, whom the sculpture then depicted with muscular torso looking upward, his fist clenched, and part breaking his own chains under the president's guiding arm. Since Ball had been convinced by the commission and by the image of Alexander to alter his conception from a kneeling slave represented as perfectly passive freedom giver to an emancipated slave as an agent in his own deliverance. Freedom seized. Whitman concluded that the monument was an ideal group converted into the literal truth of history. Such a ceremonial day in the spring sunshine, surrounded by the highest officials of the federal government at a monument unveiling unlike any other that occurred in America, was hardly an occasion for literal truth, whether in bronze or in words, but through all the planetary with some powerful symbolic truth in unforgettable language. Langston stepped to the podium and asked President Grant to come forward to pull the cord and unveil the monument. As Grant stood still for a long moment, the entire crowd hushed in silence. Not a good ceremonial speaker, the president delivered no remarks. As the flags and draperies fell away, the throng broke. Into a large applause. Shouts, cannons were fired nearby in the field, and the band struck up "Hail to the Chief." Those up close perceived on the base of the monument the word emancipation, cut in large letters. Langston next read to the congratulatory letters from people who had played roles in bringing about this monument, a poem Lincoln written by a young black Washington poet, Cordelia Ray, was recited. And all parts of the crowd had settled into chairs, and others felt the spring breeze over their heads. Langston finally introduced Douglass, the orator of the day. Along with Langston and many other black leaders, Douglass has strongly supported various efforts to build a major Lincoln and Emancipation monument since at least September 1865. That month had he called for a humble memorial that would express one of the holiest sentiments of the human heart. His remark came in the immediate post-Civil War period, when many white sponsors of such at Lincoln Monument openly called on blacks to demonstrate gratitude for their liberation. Douglass had never been one to believe had to prove his gratitude or dignity or even his acuteness to whites generally. He had long understood that a national monument to Lincoln would be a major civic undertaking, as well as a statement about the blacks, about the place of black people in America. From his own experience, and as a slave and a fugitive slave who plotted his own escape, he finally understood just how much freedom for black Americans was both seized and given. Douglass had long favored what he called a people's monument without distinction of color, a tribute that would reflect the story of interracial abolitionism that he believed had helped bring Lincoln to the Emancipation Proclamation, as well as to the new, potentially reimagined nation of 1865, devoted to a future of common rights and common equality before the law.